Hey, and welcome everyone to this video in which I'm going to show you how to download and install and set up the Telegram to MetaTrader signal trader software. Okay, you can get it on the official MQL marketplace. Just go to the marketplace, to utilities, and then you see it here. Click on it, and then you have here a short overview of the software, and you can buy it here. Now there's also an installation guide linked. Please click on it and read it through, because here I explain everything in detail, every setting. Yeah, this really is going to help you and should clear things up if something is not clear. I have also a link to my Telegram channel where I always post some news and if a new update is coming out to the software or also to other softwares, or if I release a new software. Now we have to download an additional app. So click on the link and install or download here the installer. It's the .msi version, also ending file. I already have that, so I can go to downloads, and click on it. Yes, next, install. Yes, we want to do that. You see here I'm verified, so the app is verified by Microsoft, and then launch it. Perfect. Now we already have downloaded the application, but we also need the EA. So for that, go to your terminal, and when you have bought the product, it will be under the market section, under my purchases. For me, it's here. And you can add it. But first we have to do something else. So when you go in the guide, you see here that we have to do this one first. So copy this link. Now go to Tools, Options, and then go under Expert Advisor, and so make sure that you have Allow Algorithmic Trading. This one is enabled, that's important, else the EA does not have the permission to trade. And we also need to allow web requests for listed orders. I already have in it, so I don't need to add it again. So make sure this URL is added here, because with that you allow the MetaTrader to communicate with the signal trader application. Okay, press OK. Now we can add the software, because if you don't add it, you see we have signal trader not authenticated. So okay, now it's authenticated. Now we need to log in into our Telegram account. So put in your number, go to next. Now Telegram will send you a code. And if you have a two-factor authentication, also enter your password. Perfect. Now we're logged in. So I'm gonna shortly explain all the pages in the software. And we have here the home page where I show you the releases, some additional information. I will further expand this in the future with some additional gadgets, things. Then we have the account page, which I'm gonna explain at the end. We have a product page where all my products are listed. The help page, which is basically a copy of the written manual here. We have the support page, so if you have any problems, if something's not working, and you haven't, or you couldn't figure it out by yourself, please make me here a bug report. Select the account that you created here with which you had the problem, and yeah, send it. If you really need to write with me directly, you can also contact me here either through MQL or Telegram. Then you can also make a feature request if you have an idea and think it would benefit other people also. Then you can make a feature request and I'll think about adding it. Now the most important part is the account page. Here we can create some account YouTube. Exactly. And then to this account we can add providers. So the signal providers, the signal channels. For example, we can add this one here, Moo, or we can add, let's add my own, the Telegram, because this is just my test channel for testing signals. Yeah, let's delete Moo again. So now you also see that the MetaTrader is not connected. So let's get to the MetaTrader. Now you see the account is here. If you have multiple, there is a list. Select the one you want and press connect. Now the EA is connected to the software. You see that also here. Now it's connected. You see the balance chart. Yeah, here at the top are just some information about your account, not specifically to the signal trader. So just your whole trading account. So it considers also the trades you took manually here, just in this tab. Then here we have the providers where you can add and delete them. And then here will be the orders that was taken on this account. So now we have two settings. We have the account settings. So this will be for all providers together that you add here. Here you can define, for example, if your account, so your trading account, has a prefix or suffix, also the symbols. Sometimes it's GBP/USD.X. Then you have to add here .x. So the software knows how to map the symbols. You can also say, hey, I don't want to trade GBP/USD on this account. Then just add it here. You can make mapping. So when your provider writes gold instead of XAUUSD, just map it like it is here. This is all prefixed. So yeah, it knows our gold is XAUUSD. You can make some equity, time, trade restrictions. For example, you can say, hey, if I want to have, I know, daily 2% risk, profit, loss in this case, sorry, is my limit. So after 2% loss, all trades will be closed and no new trades are taken. The same for the profit. You can make it weekly, monthly. You can say that you want only 5 trades per day or in a custom period or anything. You can also define the trade comment. So now currently we have the provider name and the take profit index. So here you see always an example how it looks. And you can here use these placeholders or just enter something new. Okay. Then you can also do some time restrictions. Even if you want that Sunday, Saturday trading is not allowed, or set a specific time restriction, like you don't want trades from Tuesday 5 a.m. to Tuesday, I don't know, 10 a.m. Then add it. Then in this time period, no trades are taken. You can also define a time where all trades are closed. Let's say Friday at 10 p.m. Then all trades are closed at Friday 10 p.m. Okay. Then you also have a news filter. If you want that on high impact news, 10 minutes before and 5 minutes after, no trades are taken, you can enable it here. You can also enable notifications either through email, mobile, or even through Telegram. So you always get a message in Telegram if a new trade is taken, for example, closed, cancelled, or even if a trade is modified. And you can also have some screenshots taken of each trade, but this is not fully implemented, so they will do this in the next month. So yeah, have some patience here, please. Yeah, that was the account settings. And then we also, as I said, the account settings are for each provider. They're more like settings for your trading account. Now here, each provider has its own settings. So in the first page, in the copy page, you can just select which trade actions you want to copy, like do you want pending orders to copy, deleting orders, whatever. Only short trades, only long trades. Here you can define if a signal should be updated if the message in Telegram is modified. If a message is deleted, should the trade also be closed or deleted. If the signal has no stop loss, then if you enable it, then the trade is not going to be taken if the signal has no stop loss. Also for take profit, you can do the same. Now here, this one is like the most important part for your signals. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit smaller, because here you define the signal format of your provider, okay? So I have here a simple test signal, and now in the first section you define how the value is written. It depends a little on the country. So you define the decimal separator, the 1000 separators. Now you also have to define the order types. This is very important because if you have an English speaking channel, this will most of the time be good enough. But if you have a Spanish one or Chinese or whatever, then you need to define here what does a buy order mean or what does a sell order mean. Because here we write buy, so he knows, this is a buy trade type. Now we have the signal actions. Here you define the keywords, the key phrases that the app recognizes. This is a new trade signal. Here he wants to modify an order or whatever. So with this all configured like the default settings, most of the signal works. But there are always some special signals and some provider who writes their signal really, really weird and special, so you have maybe to configure it a little bit. So I'm just gonna show you how to do it. Let's delete all others. At least one you need, sorry. So you take the part of the message which indicates a new signal, just copy and paste it with Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. Then gold is like the symbol. If you just enter it like this, then it will only detect exactly this one as a new trade signal. But we don't want that, because here it can also be GBP USD or Euro USD, whatever. So this is simple. These are placeholders here. You can add them. Now buy, we want also to detect a buy limit or a sell. Like this placeholder here can have all these words, okay? And now here we just have some value. Okay, now this one will detect gold buy now, any value, GBP USD sell now, or whatever. If he also sometimes writes buy gold now, then we have to do it like buy gold now at something. Okay, so you can add multiple scenarios and then it will detect all of them. If he doesn't write the symbol or the trade type in the in the text phrase which you have here, it's not that bad, because the software, if it doesn't recognize a symbol or a trade type here, it will search through the whole message and analyzes for a specific symbol or trade type. Here you can include or specifically exclude signal formats, like if it's a report, today's news, so enter here some keywords, and if these are detected, then the signal is ignored. Do the same for close trade actions. So when he writes SL hit or TEP hit or close, then this will be a close trade signal. Now here define the words he uses, your provider, for a stop loss, enter and take profit. So because some, just show you an example here. Normally, like this is not normally, some providers write stop instead of SL. So if you write stop, you need to add here stop, because then if you have it here for stop loss, you can later just enter here the stop loss placeholder, double point price. And now if you have this one, it can be stop loss, double point a price, SL, double point a price, or stop. So this is basically a placeholder for all these words here. Yeah, then define the stop loss. Where is the entry? The entry is here in the top. You can again do it like this. Simple. But this is not really needed if you already have the value and the symbol type detected here. So this is more for some for trading signals that look like this. Yeah, like gold buy now, and then have entry, that point, and some value. Yeah, define here every scenario for if you want, if he moves the stop loss to break even, how does he write it? Go through the history of your channel. Really go through it and try to find all scenarios and write them in here so everything is detected. Okay. Now here you define the risk of each trade. So you can, yes, exactly. If he writes the lot size in the message directly, you can select it here and configure it, multiply it by some percentage. Else use a fixed lot size or a percentage of your balance or fixed money. Say I always want to risk $200 for each trade, whatever. We now take a fixed lot of 0.1. Just make sure if you have multiple take profits that it's bigger than the minimum lot size, because else it will only take one trade, because it cannot split the minimum lot size, because we already are at the minimum lot size. Here you define the size of the partial closure. So if we write to close partially, at the moment it will close 50% of each trade. And then here, this is a really important part, pending order handling. So if a signal provider writes the price, the entry price in the message, you can define the maximum slippage. So let's say 20 pips, for example. Now, if you go to the MetaTrader, now if the current market price is farther away than this price here, also farther away than 20 pips than this price here, you're out of the slippage range. Then you can choose if you want to convert the market order into a pending order. So if you have a buy order, it will convert it either into a buy limit or buy stop. Or if you disable this one, it will just ignore the trade if it's outside of this slippage range. And then if it's converted to a pending order, you can also define the minutes till when the order should be expired. Now also go to the levels. Here you can add an offset for the entry price. So it will add 5 pips to the entry price. Let's say this one here, this one is shit. So it will add 5 pips here. Or you can also choose a random offset, like from 1 to 8. People use that who are trading with prop firms account, because sometimes copy trading is not allowed. And so, yeah, you have different trades than all others with this one. Then you configure take profit. In this case, you have 3 take profit levels. Just make sure that you have at least as much configured as the message has. It's okay if you have more, then it will close. And if you get a message like this with 3 take profits and you have configured 4, it will still just open 3 take profits, one with 20% lot, one with 25% lot, and then the rest here. So with 55% lot and tap 3. But you can also say, hey, I want to manually set the take profit 4, so it will also open it. Or just open it manually if no take profit 4 is in the signal message. You can do it with this one. Also give it the offset. Also set the take profit manually at either, let's say, 10 pips or 30% of the take profit. This will always take the take profit the farthest away from the entry price, or 30% of the stop loss, or whatever. Okay, you're really free how you configure this one. Now you can also define a take profit strategy. So when the take profit 2 in this case is hit, then move the stop loss to either take profit 1 or entry price plus 2 pips, for example. And then it will do that for the still existing take profit orders. For the stop loss the same, you can set the manual stop loss, then the one from the signal is ignored, or just set the manual if no stop loss is provided, and yeah, define the amount of pips. You can set the break even. So when the stop loss is moved to break even, place it 1.5 or 2 pips, whatever, into profit, so above the entry price. Set break even after 30 pips into profit. So when the market moved 30 pips into profit direction of your trade, move the stop loss to break even, or after 30% of the take profit, or 50% of stop loss, whatever. Same for trailing stop, activate the trailing stop after X amount of pips into profit, and trail the stop loss 10 pips behind the market price. Here you will be able to copy the message, insert it, and then you can see like how you have configured it. So what would theoretically be the output. This is not yet implemented. I'm working on this one. So you can simulate how your settings will be in the market. And here you can just save your settings you have done from the provider, load them also, so you can load different settings. Or if you have problems and I configure it for you, you can just drag and drop the file into here, and it will be automatically be applied. Okay, just make sure you save the settings before you exit. Now, yeah, I would say let's just test it. Ah, yes, about the log. That's important. Let's just talk about that shortly. Here you have the logs from the app. So here the software writes you if something goes wrong, or if an error happens, or just some information. And the same is in the MetaTrader. You find it here under experts. Here the EA tells you, hey, something is not okay. Okay. So yeah, let's test it. We copy this one. Gold buy now. We have the current price at 8.85. Yeah, 0.5. Let's rewrite it normal. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Enter it, and you see they're instantly placed. 3 orders. Perfect. Now, oh, oops, I moved it. You can see here the comment we defined previously. Yeah, with the correct lot sizes. So we have 20%, 25%, and 55%. It will round. Yes, of course, it will round the lot sizes. Okay, so this is why 25% will not work. It will always round down because of security reasons. So it will not take it. The correct lot will be 0.025, but it will always round down. So 0.02. Perfect. You can see it here in the expert tab. We received the new signal. Order was sent successfully. If something goes wrong, please look here. Did it receive the signal in the MetaTrader? If yes, then the problem will possibly be with the either with the stops, so that the stops were not correctly, or the market is closed algo trading is not allowed, something like that, and it will be written here. You can identify it. If nothing comes here, then go here into the logs here and see, okay, here I received the message. What was the problem? Okay, that's what you always have to do. Okay, yeah, I hope I could help you. We can try a little bit more, like sell now, for example. We sell it. We can say close all. Then all the trades will be closed, also the gold trades. Oh yes, I can show you now the wait, oh no. Yeah, if you have, because it's on a demo account currently, demo account, the connection is really bad from the MetaTrader to the trading servers, so that's why it took so long to open the trade. Else, if your connection is fast, the execution from the time the signal arrived in your Telegram to the trade execution is, yeah, on average faster than half a second, so it's in the millisecond range. Now here you can see the orders. So yeah, the gold orders. You see, it was take profit 1, take profit 2. Was the break even was turned off and trailing also in this case. You can see a signal ID, the magic number, really everything. You can, if you have multiple providers, you can filter them here. Also only open or only closed. Then just configure your columns. Yeah, however you want, okay? Yes, I hope you enjoy the software. I have spent a lot of time developing it and put a lot of heart in it. And if you like it and are happy with the software, then please write a good review on the product page. This helps me a lot here. I already have a lot of happy customers and I'm really grateful for every feedback and review I get. And if you're not happy, then please write me a message. Tell me what's bothering you, what's not okay, and what I should do better. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the software and also the video. And have a nice day. Bye.